I think the Cardano community was more welcoming, and embraced Hosky a little bit more. We used that momentum that we had, and we started supporting stateful operators, helping the network itself.
Yeah.
We were able to turn it into something that was bigger than just Hosky itself.
Well,
But that
I mean,
took
you were
two
getting
years.
crazy engagement. You were getting crazy engagement from the community, and everybody was just loving it. Everybody was getting into it, and the brand started growing, and it was just crazy to see because I mean, like I said, like we were saying, the first few weeks, maybe to a month or something, it was just like a couple of us going back and forth, just screwing around.
Yep.
We were just screwing around. We're just having fun. Joking with each other. It was nice. And then like bam, like wow, wow.
And that's the thing. I think that's one of the few reasons that Hosky became popular and caught on is because every meme coin that had tried before and failed miserably, they tried to do what every meme coin does:
Yeah,
loons, Lambos, diamond hands, whatever. And we came in with like, hey guys, we're worthless. And basically, the Cardano community was like, wait a minute, these guys aren't, because the meme coin culture has always been moons, Lambos, pump and dumps, right? And when
right.
Hosky came about with something that was like, hey guys, we're worthless, so you probably shouldn't even buy this. I think the Cardano community was more welcoming, and embraced Hosky a little bit more. We used that momentum that we had, and we started supporting stateful operators, helping the network itself.
Yeah.
We were able to turn it into something that was bigger than just Hosky itself.
Yeah,
And
and that's the thing, that's really the thing about it is you definitely did take a different approach, right? You actually took the Cardano approach, I think,
right,
instead of really worrying about numbers go up too much or actually at all. You started kind of thinking about, okay, what about governance? What about stake pool
yeah,
operators? I remember you had a big thing about single stake pool operators. You
yep,
you 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 got into you got into debates. You weren't afraid to get into debates, into arguments, and
no,
really move things. And so I mean, okay, let's kind of get this question out there. So why Cardano? Why were you on Cardano? Because I remember you confessed to me, and I'm sorry, I am definitely going. I'm just gonna have to tell our audience about this. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope
that's
I hope
fine.
you speak to me after this. The first you actually were into meme coins back in the day, but instead of that meme coin is called Tron, right?
Correct.
You
Yes.
yeah, that was your entry drug into crypto, was investing in Tron. And then from Tron, I mean, now they've just been around long enough to actually have some utility that is actually utility. But for
The
the longest
utility,
time,
it's cheap
yeah, yeah.
USDC transactions. That's about it.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. At least there's that. Like I've
Yeah.
used Tron at least for that. I mean,
Right.
before that, like back in 21, I mean, it was like it was a meme coin, or in 20, it was like a meme coin. I mean, it was all just like these Justin Sun like tweets, just
Announcements of announcements. He is the king of announcing
exactly.
announcements.
Like
The partner,
like every
the partnership, the Google partnership was amazing. They announced they were using Google Docs as a company, so that was the
it
level of the ICO
like
madness back in 2017.
that was the meme. Like that was literally the meme. I mean, he was like, it was literally, I was reading every single one of his tweets, was just like, oh my God, man, come on, stop this. Don't, like, this is so cringe. And so, okay. So you got out of that ecosystem, you get into Cardano. Why Cardano? What attracted you to Cardano? And why build
I think
this in
like
Cardano?
right. So I think like a lot of us, it was the whiteboard video, right? I was browsing the interwebs. I was looking at tokens, Tron, Litecoin back then. I'm trying to think what else they had back there that I bought. A little bit of Ethereum here and there. A lot of crap coins. Tailcoin was another one that I owned. But yeah, Tron was my first. So, after navigating that, I ran into a YouTube video from this unknown guy called Charles Hoskinson, who just happened to have tweeted about, like, literally 10 minutes started about thinking in the shower, but we're not going to go there. And he basically, was talking about
Mm.
a vision, and that vision was basically financial inclusivity for everybody, not just certain individuals. Talking about how a decentralized network could actually mean people can transact without worrying about governments interfering, about just what sound money can do for the world. And that was kind of what uh, got me hooked. Started looking into Cardano, and I was like, okay, this is something that I can, something I can get behind. It was the first time I thought about any token as something more than, hey man, I'm going to get rich with this one if I hold it long enough, or if I try to day trade it. And from that point on, I just kind of started learning more about the ecosystem. I was just a silent participant in the back for quite a few years. I mean, been around since, I think, September, October of 2017 was my first ever crypto transaction. And 2021, Cardano got NFTs. I was buying and flipping those like Pokemon cards. And then yeah, that fateful night at my office while I was bored, uh, opened up Twitter and started pretending to be a dog. And from that point on, I mean, it's been life changing. Not in a financial sense, because I've always said if crypto goes to zero, my life really wouldn't change, other than I wouldn't travel as much. But from when it comes from just the perspective of being respected within the community, um, and again, as an quote unquote pseudo anonymous individual, I would dare say it's quite interesting. Like you mentioned, I've always been a proponent for decentralization for small stake pool operators. Now I'm heavily involved in governance. I'm a D rep, but I also am part of the um, constitutional committee, the interim constitutional committee for Intersect. So yeah, I've been pretty involved. Going to Argentina here in a couple weeks for the constitutional convention.